my loyal and intuitive Cancer friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. A Cancer, as this week begins, you may sense a hush beneath the surface of your days. There is a quiet longing in the air, as if something is waiting to be voiced but remains unspoken. You move through familiar spaces, noticing what feels safe and what feels just a little too quiet. The world may see you as steady, dependable, perhaps even content, yet you know there's a subtle ache beneath that calm, a yearning for deeper satisfaction or a restlessness that does not quite settle. This is not dissatisfaction, but a gentle friction, a sense of wanting more than routines and comfort can offer. You might feel the weight of your own expectations, or the soft pressure of a need you can't yet name. As the days unfold, this tension colors your interactions and the choices you make, lingering at the edge of each moment, asking for recognition before you move forward. In the heart of your experience this week stands the 9 of Pentacles. Think of those moments when you catch yourself pausing, quietly proud of what you've built, yet aware of the silence that follows accomplishment. There's a sense of self-reliance, a knowledge that you have worked hard for your peace and your space. You may feel gratitude for the safety you've carved out, the small luxuries you allow yourself, and the independence that now feels like a reward. But beneath the surface there's a subtle question. Is this as far as you want to go? The comfort you've created, while genuine, can sometimes feel like a gentle wall, protecting you from chaos, but also keeping out the unknown. You might notice yourself glancing toward the horizon, wondering if fulfillment asks for more than what's already here. There could be a sense of having outgrown certain routines, or a desire to share your abundance in ways that feel more connected and alive. Even as you enjoy the fruits of your labor, the feeling of being slightly set apart, admired yet alone, may brush against your awareness. It's as if you are both host and guest in your own life, and you find yourself longing for a touch more warmth, a deeper sense of belonging. The pride in what you've achieved is real, but so too is the quiet urge for a new kind of richness, one that can't be measured by what you have, but rather by how you feel. This is not a crisis, but an invitation to notice where your contentment ends and your curiosity begins. Each quiet moment this week brings with it the possibility of noticing what your heart truly wants, beyond the comfort of what you know. When comfort grows so strong, it can quietly shape the path ahead. The sense of self-sufficiency you carry brings with it a gentle hesitation to reach for what's unfamiliar. You might find yourself settling into the ease of your accomplishments, even as something in you stirs. This inner state colors your outlook, making you more attuned to subtle shifts in mood or opportunity, but also more cautious about inviting change. The distance between satisfaction and deeper longing creates a tension, and from that tension the week's path begins to unfold. The next steps emerge not from lack, but from the contrast between what feels safe and what feels missing. The longing you feel is not weakness, it is the seed of your next experience, quietly shaping your choices and the way you respond to what unfolds. In this atmosphere, the 4 of Cups appears on your path. Life continues around you, offers, invitations, small opportunities passing within reach. Yet there's a sense of pause, a hesitance to engage, as if you are waiting for something to feel right before you act. You notice the familiar faces, the daily rituals, and perhaps even the gentle monotony of certain conversations. There's nothing overtly wrong, but a kind of emotional inertia sets in. You might feel a subtle impatience with what's offered, a sense that what's available does not quite match what you crave. This could look like turning inward during interactions, or letting your mind drift even when surrounded by company. The pressure comes from within and without. The world nudges you to respond, to accept what's at hand, but your heart holds back, scanning for a deeper resonance. Friction arises in the push and pull between gratitude for what is and the longing for something more meaningful. This week, you may notice the moments when you say no almost automatically, not out of rejection but from a feeling that the timing or the offer is not quite right. There may be a quiet frustration. Why doesn't this feel more alive? And yet, you hesitate to reach for what you can't yet see. Old patterns of waiting, of holding out for the perfect invitation, may gently assert themselves. The emotional landscape is rich, yet tinged with a kind of restlessness. The world asks for your participation, but you are still listening for your own inner answer, cautious about settling for less than what you truly want. It becomes clear that the week's potential is not handed to you, but waits for your conscious participation. The ease of remaining in familiar roles, of letting opportunities drift by, is strong. Yet the possibility for something different, something more vital, emerges only when you meet the moment with honest attention. The friction you feel is not a barrier, but a threshold. If you move through this week on autopilot, the landscape remains unchanged. But if you engage even gently with the discomfort or restlessness, a new kind of freedom might begin to reveal itself. The cards do not insist, they invite. Your potential is not fixed, but grown in the space between awareness and choice. In the realm of potential, the Eight of Swords is present. Here you may become aware of the invisible limits you set for yourself, ideas about what is possible and what isn't that have quietly shaped your experience. The sense of being hemmed in, constrained by circumstances, or by your own patterns of thought comes into focus. But this is not a story of helplessness. It's more like noticing a room with open windows, yet feeling hesitant to step outside. Growth in this moment is subtle, a realization that some of the barriers you feel are softer than they seem. When you meet your restlessness with curiosity rather than avoidance, you begin to see where you can move, even if only a little. The invitation is gentle. What would it be like to question the limits you've accepted? What if you allowed yourself to imagine a new way of engaging, even in small ways? This week's potential is not about breaking free in dramatic fashion, but about loosening the grip of old assumptions. Each pause, each moment of honest noticing creates a small opening. As you grow more aware of the ways you hold yourself back, you may find a quiet courage awakening, the willingness to try, to reach, or to reconsider, even in the smallest steps. The freedom you seek does not require perfection or certainty. It only asks for your presence. In this space, the possibility for meaningful change begins to take shape, one gentle question at a time. Looking across the week as a whole, a quiet story emerges. The Nine of Pentacles honors the comfort and stability you've worked so hard to achieve, yet acknowledges the subtle ache for something richer. The Four of Cups shows you in a moment of emotional crossroads, where the familiar no longer fully satisfies, but the unknown is not yet clearly in view. The Eight of Swords draws attention to the ways you hold yourself still, sometimes out of habit, sometimes out of fear of what might come next. Yet within this pattern a gentle hope persists, a sense that your longing is not an enemy but a signal. You are not trapped by your comfort, nor are you bound by your hesitation. The week invites you to notice where you might quietly expand, to recognize that even a single new thought or gesture can shift your experience. There is room for both gratitude and longing, for both pause and movement. As the days pass, let the tension between these cards be a gentle reminder. You are allowed to feel safe and curious, secure and searching. The journey is not about abandoning what you have built, but about letting yourself wonder what else is possible when you soften your grip on certainty. In this space, you can find reassurance, not in answers, but in the act of gently meeting yourself exactly as you are. Actionable insights for Cancer this week. Let yourself notice when comfort slips into boredom. Try responding to one small invitation, even if it feels unfamiliar. Allow a quiet moment for your own true feelings to surface. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I am allowed to want more than comfort. I notice what feels alive in me today. Curiosity is stronger than my hesitation. Each small choice is a step toward freedom. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.